What's up, y'all? It's Monday afternoon, about 12:30, and we're starting out the ammo hunting week. We're getting a late start again this week. I didn't have time over the weekend to come out messing around, or Friday. I was at my range Friday and just real busy over the weekend. Those of y'all that are familiar with my ammo hunting videos know that I go random days from Friday to Thursday, and then I post up a video on Thursday and show y'all what I got for the week. But I'm definitely very curious to see what the stock's looking like after not being out here for a few days. So let's run into Rural King and see what's going on. All right, y'all, looks like about the same as when I was in here last time. 308s in here, the 6.5, still a big pile of that. Bunch of 350 and Legend and 308. They got some more 300 Blackout in here, 200 bucks for 150 rounds. 45 ACP, still got the V crowns and the punch up there. Still got the Federal Full Metal Jacket, some 380 Ammo Inc. Quite a bit of different 40 still, punch, critical duty, critical defense, and V crowns. A couple different FMJs in the 40. Looks like almost the exact same stuff as the last video I made in here last week. Tons of different 9 Ammo Inc, the white box stuff, XTP, V crowns. I think all of this is the same. Still got a bunch of this Streak, the Full Metal Jacket, and the hollow points that I picked up last week. 22 LR looking about the same. Still got a bunch of Stingers in here, bunch of the Arms Core, the 45 grain subsonic Federals, more 5.56 X-Tac Winchester, steel case Tula, steel 300 Blackout, and 450 Bushmaster. As far as shot shells, this looks exactly the same as last I was in here. The Hex Shot, the Challengers. Still got quite a bit of those Nilo little special boxes, $11.99 for the number 8 shot Winchester. So not much new going on in here today. All right, y'all, made it out to Rural King again. As y'all saw, nothing really much to talk about in there today. They got a bunch of ammo in there, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing new. It's pretty much the same stuff y'all saw from last week's video. It's hot as fire right here, so that's probably gonna be my only stop for today. I'm gonna head back to the house and I'll come back out tomorrow or Thursday and try it again. What's up, y'all? It's Thursday, about 11:30, and we're wrapping up the ammo hunting week again. I hadn't been out looking since the clip y'all seen from Monday, and to be honest, I picked up very little this week. Just a couple little things here and there, just nothing at a really super deal or nothing, you know, new or unusual I hadn't seen in a while. But maybe today we'll find something interesting. I'm probably gonna make the full run today. Rural King, Dunham's, the local shop, and Walmart probably. So we'll run up in here to the Rural King first and see what's going on today. All right, y'all, looks like about the same stuff in Rural King still. They really hadn't got a whole bunch in this week. They slipping for sure on the ammo. All this looks exactly the same. I don't see really anything different in here, so I'm not gonna go over all this stuff again. The same 40, the same 9, pretty much all the same 9 over here. They got some more of this Fiocchi Full Metal Jacket, 19 bucks, but other than that, I don't see anything different at all over here. Same 22 LR, same 223 5.56. Looks like they did get a bunch more shot shell stuff, but more the same of what they already had. The blind side, number 8, 7.5, heavy target, light target. Got some 20 gauge 7.5, that's actually new, so some 20 gauge people might be happy about seeing that. Some high velocity number 2 12 gauge. Actually got some number 3 12 gauge, so they got quite a bit of different shot shell stuff in here. The Nilo boxes, the Challenger stuff still. They got some more Wolf double-aught buck, but that stuff's $18.99, y'all, so definitely not a great price. So it's definitely gonna be a quick one in here today. Nothing really different at all. All right, y'all, made it out to Rural King. As y'all saw in there, not a whole lot going on. Again, they got a bunch of ammo in there, just nothing really new or out of the ordinary or unusual that they hadn't had for the last month or so. Next up, I'm gonna run through the Dunham's and the Walmart, so if they got anything new in either one of those, I'll let y'all have a look. All right, y'all, let's see what's going on in the Dunham's. If I see anything new, I'll mention it. I'm not gonna go real slow because most of it looks about the same. 45, bunch of 45s, bunch of 40s. See if there's any 44 mag. The only 44 mag I see is that Barnes there. You got some gold dot 40s up there. Might check and see the price on those just for some testing purposes. Tons of different 40 though, actually. I might get a couple things out of here. Bunch of 357, bunch of 38. As always though, most of it's pretty high priced. More 38 down here, bunch of 9. I don't see really anything new from the last time I was in here. Bunch more 9, Full Metal Jacket, hollow points. I got a box of 30 Super Carry here, Remington UMC Full Metal Jacket, 32 bucks. Plenty of 380, a little bit of 32 up there, it looks like. More 380 down here, all kinds of 380 actually. Got some Hydra Shock there, 9mm, bunch of 308, 7.62 51. Got a little bit of 45-70, some 28 Nosler, 450 Bushmaster, 7.62 by 39s, several different kinds of 30-06 up here. Bunch of different 350 Legends. They've had quite a bit of 350 Legend in here, different kinds. 300 Win Mag, 7mm mag, 58 bucks. Got some 270 Trophy Bonded here, $54. Some Fiocchi 270, 243. 6.5 Creedmoor, a couple different kinds of that. 6.5 Creedmoor, $35. 25-06, somebody was asking about 25-06 the other day. It's that high dollar Barnes Vortex though, $57.99. A little bit of 6mm Creedmoor up here, some SIG and some Hornady Black. A bunch of different 5.56, 223 as always. 22 LR and some 22 mag here. Got some Maxi Mag TNT for $22.99. They got the mini mags up here, $13.99 on those. Silver tips, more mini mags here, the Target type. They got the 40 grain mini mags here. These are $10.99. I think that's actually a pretty decent deal right now on those mini mags. Standard Velocity, got some CB shorts, quite a bit of bulk 22 stuff. Bunch of shot shells as always, 12, 28, 16, 20. Just a bunch of different types of shot shells as they always have in here. The prices on their shot shells for the most part ain't near as bad as the rifle and the pistol rounds, but pretty much the same stuff in here with a few exceptions. All right, y'all, got the Dunhams and the Wally World knocked out. Walmart had pretty much the same thing they've had for months now, so wasn't worth even taking a video in there. As far as the Dunhams y'all saw in there, pretty much the same stuff they've had, but they do get new stuff pretty much every week, so it's a good place for me to go sometimes to pick up a few oddball things for testing, and that's exactly what I did this week. I'm about to melt out here in this heat, so the last stop's gonna be my local shop. I'm gonna run in there and see if they got anything new. If they got anything new and it's not real busy, I'll let y'all have a look. If not, I'll see y'all back at the house and show y'all what we got. All right, y'all, in the local shop here, they got a bunch of stuff as always. A lot of it's the same, a few new things. The 458 SOCOM somebody asked about, that's that Extreme Hunter. 460 Smith, 357 SIG again, 33 bucks. I might get a box or two of that just in preparation for getting a conversion barrel. 40 Smith & Wesson, tons of that again. They're 44 mag, they got that marked down to $28.99 a box, and that's 25 round boxes, so that's a great deal right now. The Handgun Hunter 44 Magnum, that right there, $33.98. Also, that's a super deal on 44 Magnum right now. 45 Auto, bunch of that as always. 38 Special. Tons of different types of 380. Still got the 9mm UMCs for $16.99. Got a bunch of 32 Auto. They got the Critical Defense and a couple different FMJs, and they got the 25 Auto up there too. Got some more Magnum small rifle primers out here, $8.99 for 100 on the primers. Tons of different 22s, mini mags. Got more punch. Several different bulk rounds. 5.56 223 still holding $8.99 on that 5.56, so really good deal on that on the X-Tac. $10.99 on the green tip still. Bunch of hunting rounds as always. Several different kinds of 270. People always asking about the 270, 204 Ruger, 300 Win Mag, a little bit of 300 Ultra Mag if you're looking for that. 280 Remington, 280 Ackley improved, 22 250, couple different kinds of 22 250, bunch of different 300 Blackout, 30 Carbine, 35 Wayland, bonded hollow point 350 Legend. I might have to get a box of that just to try that. Got the regular 350 Legend 145 Full Metal Jacket, $16.99. Really good price on that right now. Tons of 308 as always, bunch and tons of 30-06, 243, several kinds of 243 up here. More 30-06, looks like some more 338 Lapua they got in here. That's the Hornady Match stuff, the AMAX, and a bunch of 7mm mag down here too, of several different kinds. Shot shells looking about the same, bunch of it, 12 gauge, 20 gauge. I believe I saw a little bit of 28 gauge. So pretty much whatever you're looking for in here as always. All right, y'all, finally made it back to the house and got out of that heat that's been going on for the past few days. Before I jump into what we got this week, if y'all enjoy my videos, if you would take a second, reach down and click that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell notification icon so you can get notified when I upload these new videos. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this week started out super slow. As a matter of fact, y'all don't even see a single bag from the Rural King here today. They've just been really slow on ammo since last Thursday when I did my last video. They've been getting stuff in pretty much every day, but it's just more of the same stuff they've already got, or the prices just aren't a super deal worth grabbing right up. So that being said, as y'all can see, we got another yellow Dunham's bag here today. I found a few interesting things in there I wanted to test. Starting out, they had some Winchester Defender Elite 10mm 180 grain. This stuff right here was really nice performance stuff in the 9mm test I did. It basically looks like a T-series or the Black Talons once they're expanded in the gel. So I don't have any of these in 10mm until now, so I'm really curious to see what these do. I got a feeling they're going to be pretty weak loaded 10mm, just like all mainstream companies are doing. These are claiming 1240 feet per second out the muzzle, which is still a little bit slow for 10, but for a 180 grain projectile, that's really not too terrible if they perform well. Now, these definitely weren't the cheapest in the world. These were $32.99 for a box of 20 of them. So $32.99 for Winchester Defender 10mm. Now, the next thing I grabbed out of there was some Hornady Critical Duty 9mm. Now, these are the 135 grain plus P. Y'all know I've already tested these 9mm standard pressure 135 grainers, but I've had several people ask me about the plus P if I would test those, and I didn't actually have any of those. Is the only reason I didn't test them with the standard version. So now I got us a box of these. So 25 rounds of these. That's one good thing. There is 25 in the box instead of just 20. So as you can see, Critical Duty, these were $29.99. So basically 30 bucks for 25 rounds of Critical Duty. Right now, that's actually not bad at all, because these Critical Duties are pretty expensive nowadays. Now, the next thing I got was some 350 Legend, a couple different kinds actually. Dunham's seems to always have a big variety of 350 Legend. They're not the greatest deal and the best prices on them in town by far, but they always have more variety of 350 Legend than most other places. So I've actually got a couple boxes of these, but I wanted to grab one more of them. These are the 150 grain Extreme Point, the Deer Season XPs. They got the little black insert deal on the front there. So 150 grain Extreme Point. These were $21.99 for the box. So actually not bad at all for good 350 Legend ammo. So I just got one more box of these. And then, like I said, I got a couple 350 Legends, and this was the other one, the Barnes Vortex 350 Legend. Now, these are 170 grainers. These are the solid copper expanding projectiles. As you can see there, the solid copper expanding hollow points. So I've got these Barnes Vortex rounds in a couple other calibers, but I didn't have any in 350 Legend, and this ought to be pretty interesting. I plan on doing some accuracy testing and some gel testing with this 350 Legend at a distance. So these ought to be definitely a nice one to see what happens to them in the gel. Now, these are never cheap. These Barnes Vortex are pretty expensive. These were $34.99 per box. So basically 35 bucks a box. So I picked up two of those. Now, moving on to my local shop, as y'all saw in there, they pretty much always have basically whatever you're looking for. They had a good bit more 44 Magnum this week. Now, y'all know I picked up some of these the week before from my local shop from town here, and then last week I actually got a box from Dunham's that was $29.99. Well, you know, I was paying it was either $32.99, $33.99, something like that, or maybe $34.99 even, that my local shop had these prices. Well, I went in there this past week and was talking to them about it. I was like, man, y'all letting Dunham's beat y'all on this 44 Magnum. I can't believe that. So sure enough, I went in there today and he done marked it down to $28.99. So now they got them by $1 on this, which even $29.99 was a really good deal on this, because this is 25 rounds of hollow points, 25 rounds of 180 grain hollow point 44 Magnum. So these were, like I say, $28.99 for the 25 round box. They've got right much of it in there. I just got one box of these because I also picked up a box of this other 44 Magnum they had in there that y'all saw, the Hornady Handgun Hunter. These are 200 grain with a monoflex projectile. These are actually solid copper expanders. So lead-free monoflex projectile, 200 grain, 44 Magnum. These were $33.98. So $33.98, honestly, for solid copper expanding 44 Magnum, that's a pretty good price on these right now. So definitely looking forward to see how these do in the jail. So I just got one box of those. Then the next thing that caught my eye in there was actually some more 350 Legend. It looks like it's been a 350 Legend week this week. The Power Max bonded Winchester 160 grain. These are the bonded hollow points. So this stuff, I'm got a feeling is going to do really nicely when we do the gel test. Like I say, 160 grainers, bonded hollow point. I hadn't seen these before actually. So these were $31.99 per box. So for some actually good hollow point bonded projectiles, 160 grain, that's not bad at all for these. So I picked up one box of those. And then the last thing from my local shop was some more 32 ACP. So critical defense 32 auto, 60 grain with the FTX projectile. Y'all know the critical defense, just basic critical defense, nothing really special to see here. That's a little old thing though, that 32 auto. So these are 25 rounds in a box also. These were $25.99. So for 32 ACP defensive ammo, that's actually not bad at all, believe it or not. 32 ACP is kind of hard to find, although I have noticed it's been showing up a lot more lately. Rural King just had it a couple weeks ago. Dunham's has got it in there now. As y'all saw, my local shop's got a few different kinds of it in there, so maybe it's coming back around. But at any rate, I got two boxes of this for $25.99 a box. Now y'all know the only thing that y'all have seen that I've got to run 32 auto out of right now is that 327 Magnum revolver. However, not to give anything away, but y'all probably about to see something else that can run 32 auto. Just out of my own curiosity, I want to see what kind of performance it does. So at any rate, I picked up two boxes of this, like I say, at $25.99 per box. And then the last thing I got this week wasn't ammo, but it was actually a couple pounds of powder here. I ordered these off of Midway, and those of y'all who are familiar with shopping at Midway, y'all know that they give you a birthday discount for one order during the month of your birthday. Well, my birthday was in May, and I actually used that birthday discount on some other stuff, but for some reason, when I just went on there this past week, they still had that birthday discount thing active on there. So they actually had this powder in stock that I can use to load a couple things I've got planned. So I couldn't help but grab these while I could take advantage of that extra birthday discount. So I got 1 pound of Accurate number 7. Ended up getting this for $26.66. So really good price right now. Like I said, now that's the birthday discount thing. So got 1 pound of that, and then I got a pound of this True Blue. This was even a little less. This was $24.79 after that birthday discount. So I got a couple pounds of powder there to end it out for the week. And that actually wrapped it up for the week, y'all. So not a whole lot of stuff this week. I did pick up some very interesting stuff to do some testing with though. Some pretty decent deals. Nothing fantastic, which is why y'all probably noticed the last couple weeks I've kind of slowed down a little bit, because even though there's plenty of ammo out there, there's nothing that's like such a super deal that it makes me want to just snatch it right off the shelf. So basically what I'm doing now is just picking up stuff that's unusual that I don't have that I want to do some testing with. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the pickups this week. As always, let me know what's going on with the ammo in y'all's area as far as availability, as far as pricing. Are you seeing basically what I'm seeing? Tons of ammo on the shelves now, but the prices just ain't going nowhere. And honestly, the really super good deals seem to be getting few and far between now. But even if we're not finding super good deals, y'all know I ain't gonna slow down. Every week I'm gonna pick up a little something here and there just because I think that's the right thing to do. But if you did enjoy the video, again, make sure you reach down and click that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell notification icon. All of that stuff really does help support the channel. I really appreciate that. Check out all my affiliate links down below in the video description. You know the deal with the Amazon. If you shop through there anyway, hit that link up first, go straight through Amazon like normal from there, and anything you buy after that, I get a kickback from them towards the channel. If you're looking for some great ear pro, as always, check out those actual affiliate links. You can save some big money hitting up those links instead of going straight through their site. As always, I appreciate all my Range Gang members for reaching out and hitting that join button, and every single one of y'all that watches my videos, hits that thumbs up, subscribes to the channel, and like I said, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what's happening with the ammo in y'all's area. Y'all know, as always, I got a bunch of good stuff coming y'all's way, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.